In this video, I'm going to show you how to use DocuSign. So I'll show you everything you need to know to send proposals, contracts, and stuff like that for signature to one person, multiple people, and everything else that you may want to do using DocuSign, since it does offer a lot more than just e-signatures. So you can see some of that right here. So you can also create web forms, you have multi-channel delivery, document generation, and more. Now in order to get started, just head over to DocuSign.com and here enter your email address and click Get Started. Then enter your first and last name, and then just verify your email address by entering the 6-digit code that will be sent there. And then just set a password for your account. Now once you have done that, you can actually get started using DocuSign. So from here you have your overall dashboard, and basically you can see that currently you are in a 30-day free trial. So if you click view plans, you can see exactly what you are currently using and what plans they offer. Now you can see your trial ends in 30 days, and then they have the personal and the standard plan and a few more plans. So you can see those by clicking view all plans right there. Now the get started actions right here, you have 3 out of 4 completed. Now if you'd like to, you can just directly click on invite your team right here to invite your actual team members. Now here from the home screen, you can actually start signing or get signatures, which is most likely what you want to do. If it is, then just click start right here, and then it's going to create an envelope, and in that envelope you can add your documents. Then next up you can add the recipients, or you can also be the only signer yourself. But for now, let's start with adding in a document that needs to be signed. Now they also have a bunch of templates that you can go off of. So if you click use a template, you can see all of the templates that you have saved. Now you don't have any saved yet, but I'll show you where you can add templates later. For now, I'll just upload my own document. So I'll just upload a contract right here, and you can see what it looks like. So for example, I will need to get a signature somewhere, and I'll show you how you can actually add that, and also how you can add multiple signatures or something else from signatures, such as a date. Now here again, you can pick if you are the only signer. In this case, I'm not. So then just add a recipient first by adding their name and then their email. And then here you can choose what this person needs to do and why they are a recipient. So for example, needs to sign, it is an in-person signer, they receive a copy, or they can just view it. Now in customize right here, you can also add an access code. So that basically when somebody wants to view the actual contract, in this case, they need to enter that code. You can also include a private message that will only be sent to this specific recipient. Now, if you need to have multiple recipients that need to sign, then you can click add recipient, and then you can also set a signing order if it needs to be signed in a specific order. But for example, let's say this one only needs one. Then next up, you can add a message. So the email subject and the email message for the actual email that will be sent. So you can just write that right here. And you can also set up reminders if the person doesn't sign immediately. Now in the top right, you can also click advanced options, and then here you can turn on the auto reminders. You can set an expiration date, make it mobile friendly, you can allow comments, etc. And once you're done, you can just click next right there, and that will take you to the actual document editor. Now from here, you have all of these fields that you can enter into the PDF or contract or whatever you want to get signed. So for example, I'll just find a section where I need a signature. For example, if I need a signature right here, then I can just take the signature field and drag it in where I need it and just make the sizing however it needs to be. So for example, now a person can sign right there. And then for example, if I also want to have the date signed, then I can also drag that in next to it, for example, so that the person then needs to add their signature and the date. And now if you have multiple recipients, then you can also add multiple signatures for those multiple recipients. Now you'll see you have a bunch more fields right here, even a drawing, a formula, attachment, or any of these other things. And you can also create a custom field by clicking plus right here, then give it a name and stuff like that right here. Now, if you click on a specific field that you have added, such as the sign right here, you can see you can make it required or not. You can set the formatting, the data label, the tooltip, and the location. And basically you can just set all of this up, and once you're done and you have set up all the locations that everyone needs to sign, you can then click preview in the top right, and then you can see what it will look like. So when I scroll down right here to the page where the signature is, you can see it right here. So then they can just click on it and then it will be signed with their name. Now you can see right now the signature and the date go over each other. So I'm just going to move that a little bit so that there is a bit of space in between it like this. So once you're done, you can just click send in the bottom right, and then it's going to send this document to your recipient. So I'll show you what it looks like right now. So this right here is what it looks like, and this right here is also the text and the email subject that you entered earlier. But now the person can just click review document, and that's going to take them to the place where they can actually sign, and they don't need an account for this or anything like that. So it says please review and act on these documents. Then they need to agree to use the electronic records and signatures, which means that it's actually legally binding. Then click continue, and then they can just read the entire contract right here and just go directly to the section where they need to sign. And in this case, that's right here. So if they click sign, they can then here choose their signature or click edit right here. So they can even draw it themselves right there, and then click adopt and sign, and then it will be added right there in the signature field. And basically once they are done, they can then click finish. And then a copy of this document has been saved to your DocuSign account, and if they have an account they can then log in. I'll click no thanks. So now they have successfully signed the document. Now how you can see this is by going to the home screen right here, and then here you can see the agreement activity. So less than 1 minute ago this agreement was completed, and you can then download it, and then you can download the file, which means that you can then see that it has actually been signed and you have proof of that. Now to see it in more depth, you can also click agreements in the top right here, and then here under completed, if it's already completed, you can see the actual PDF right here. You can see who has signed it, at what location they signed it, and the signing order, stuff like that. Now in the template section at the top, you can also create your own template. So if you have some kind of a document that you need to send very often, or maybe to the same recipients, or you want to use the same message over and over again, then I recommend setting up a template to save yourself some time. For example, you can upload a document that you use a lot. For example, if you own a property and you have a tenant, then it could be a tenant agreement, since you probably need to send that quite a lot, especially if you have multiple properties. So then it will be helpful to save that as a template so that you can then just pick it whenever you create a new envelope. Then in the reports right here, you can actually see the reporting of everything that's basically going on. You can see the envelope turnaround, you can see the envelope success and usage. Then in the admin section, you can actually set up your settings right here. So from here, you can just find a setting by entering the keyword or find a user. So you can set up your plan and billing, your security settings, the signing settings, sending settings, and all of that stuff right here. So for example, in the sending settings, you can set all of this up. Now I recommend just going through this yourself, because what you actually want really depends of course on your needs. But one thing I do want to go over is the integrations right here. So you can click connect, and then here you can click add configuration to add it to one of these apps right here. What you can also do is click apps and keys right there, and here you can find your integration keys if you have some. Now, a place where you can find some starter templates is by just going to the home screen and then here click browse all templates, and then you can see some of those here. For example, emergency contact and medical waiver, sales contract, purchase order, a signature card, and all of these other ones. So for example, if you need the W9 form quite a lot, then you can just select it here, then click add selected, and then you're going to be adding that as a template as well. So then you can see it right here, you can customize it and basically choose where you want these signatures, and then you can save this as a template as well. Now there are some more features in DocuSign, but those are locked behind their more expensive plans, which you can see right here if you click view all plans. Now this right here is in Dutch, but you have the personal, standard and business pro plan. And if you want some of the even more advanced features, then that is going to be locked behind the business pro and even the enterprise plan. So most people won't need that, and now you do know the basics about how you can actually request signatures using DocuSign. Now if you want to sign a document, then you just click start, and then add the actual document, and then you need to select I am the only signer, and then you can just sign it yourself so that you have also signed that contract. So that's a way to send documents for signature, sign documents yourself, and basically everything you need to know about how to use DocuSign as a beginner. Now, one more thing that I would actually like to mention is here you can change your signature. So if you're going to sign documents yourself, then here you can just set it up once and then click create, and then whenever you need to sign a document, it will be filled automatically. Now you can also change it by clicking on it again. So that concludes this DocuSign tutorial. If this tutorial was helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel. With that being said, I will see you in the next video.